Daniel Flexen here for Seconds Out with the latest edition of Seconds Out FLEXpectations. We're here obviously in BT Studios in Stratford, where soon there'll be the final main event press conference for Frank Warren's big heavy duty show at the O2 on Saturday night. We can't wait, especially for the main event and the Chief Support, double header, heavyweight action. No better place to start in this case than the Chief Support. There was a press conference for that yesterday, which you can see on the channel right now. Joe Joyce, unbeaten. Every opponent he's faced has been stopped or knocked out. Now going up against Bryant Jennings, which could be his toughest test. Joyce previously fought 2 fights ago Bermain Stiverne, former world champion of course. But Jennings overall may have mixed in the better company and is still a wily operator. Whereas Stiverne, we think, didn't come over with much ambition, maybe didn't have too much left. Jennings, on the other hand, has been talking a good game in the build-up, looks in good shape. And he's got cunning tricks, he's got fast hands, Philadelphian, smart operator, so it's going to be interesting to see what he brings to the table. I do fancy Joyce to get the job done and inside the distance, but it may take him a few rounds to work Jennings out. It'll also be interesting to see how Joyce performs in his second fight under new trainer Adam Booth. Will he be a bit more tactical in his approach? Will we see more footwork and head movement? I know that's 2 things they've been working on assiduously in the gym. So we'll wait and see there, but I do think he'll get Jennings out there, maybe rounds 8, 9, something like that. Joyce has got great stamina, fitness, and he keeps throwing punches. His punch volume for a heavyweight is phenomenal. So let's see what happens there. But the big one is, of course, the main event. 2 unbeaten. We can't even call them prospects anymore because they're challenging for the vacant British heavyweight title. Daniel Dubois, the kind of silent assassin, if you like. He doesn't say much, but he certainly does his talking in the ring. Big puncher, great jab, aggressive fighter. Against Nathan Gorman, who's got more variety, good footwork, lovely mover, trained of course by the legendary Ricky Hatton. It's very, very hard to pick a winner. When the fight was first announced, I was thinking Dubois by late stoppage. I thought he'd get outboxed for a bit, but would eventually catch up with Gorman. But as it's got closer and closer, seeing the camp Gorman's had, how confident he is, I'm starting to kind of edge the other way. I'm not going to give a firm prediction. I'm sure it'll be a collective groan at hearing that, but I just think 7-2 for Gorman to win on points is an incredible price. He's more likely to win on points than he is by a stoppage, and in a 50-50 fight, if you agree with me that it is, 7-2 is a great bet. Gorman is slick, he's durable, he throws fast shots, and you can imagine him outboxing Dubois, and Dubois getting disheartened within the first 4 rounds, having to kind of go back to the corner, look for a plan B. And I'm not sure, and this is the fight where we'll find out, I'm not sure if Gorman's a thinking fighter. I'm not sure he's someone who can adapt on the fly to changing circumstances in the ring. If he is, then I think the original prediction stands true and he can catch up perhaps with Gorman. But if he can't, and Gorman is certainly someone who can, he's certainly someone who can fight in a number of different ways, I think that versatility might just see him through. A lot of people comparing this fight to the early career match between George Groves and James DeGale. If that's the case, then I certainly identified Dubois a lot more with DeGale, who lost that fight, in that he was a good amateur, very natural fighter, instinctive fighter, whereas Gorman's a bit more of a thinking fighter in there, or certainly has looked that way so far, so a bit more like Groves. And he could just fight in a different way than Dubois is used to seeing him on tape, confound him, and come out with a victory. So let's see what happens, but it's a great show. Congrats to Frank Warren for putting it on. Obviously not on pay-per-view as well, just on normal BT Sport, which is good to see. We'll look forward to watching that on Saturday night. Let us know what you think, who's going to win the 2 main fights and how. Want to hear your comments below. We'll respond to some of the better ones. And we look forward to watching it. I hope you're looking forward to it too. And I'll see you next week for FLEXpectations, where we'll be looking ahead to the big Matchroom show, also at the O2 next week, featuring Dillian White and obviously Dave Allen against David Price. That'll be 4:30 PM next Thursday. And if you can't wait that long, we'll be reflecting on this show in the aptly named Reflections, 4:30 PM on Monday. See you then.